Hi everyone, this is Evie at Turquesa Dot, and I'm back to share with you how this piece ended up excuse me, ended up looking like, because I'm gonna be putting the whole package finally together, and I just wanted to record it. I'm not gonna be uploading it until she receives it, but I added this little flower here and a little metal filigree piece that I had, and I ordered this from Etsy last year, and I've been like hoarding it and saving it for that special little detail, and I think it looks kind of cool there, so I added that, and there's a little bling here, and that's what that looks like. You already saw the front of it in my other video, and then on the back I just added this to it, the handcraft and a little dot, and then I have my dedication up here with a date. So there's a little paper up here. And that's what that looks like. And the rest of the pieces that I finally finished all of them. And if you haven't guessed by now, this is for Rosana, because we agreed to do a tag share, a swap. So this is the next tag that I worked on for her, and it has my little tiny flower made out of the phone book pages. That's a little tiny one, so it looks like that. It's all like chunky and bulky, and it has little pearls inside and then on the outside, and then some trim that I put all the way around, so instead of looking like one single strand like that, it looks kind of like more full, with the one going up and then, see, and then the other side going down, or on the back, I'm sorry. And then I just add a little spray of my pearl spray. I added this butterfly, that it's a Mayer Road butterfly painted with the black gesso and then glossy acrylic on top, and then there's like little dots of liquid pearls on it, and then there's a flat back black pearl here up the top. The back of the whole tag actually is painted with a black acrylic, metallic black, and then I added some seam binding. It's like a little bow with this black seam binding, and then there's satin ribbons at the top. So that's what this one looks like. And then the back, just my dedication, and a little piece of the paper to connect it to the front, and this over here. So that's what the first tag, because the other one I turned it into a piece. Then the second one would be this one, which is one of my experiment tags, but I kind of like, I like how it's kind of cool how it turned out, so I'm sharing this with her. This is my first embossing ever, so I did it with the my Versamark. That, yay, I finally got one. I added some of the copper embossing powder to it, and left it kind of, since it's done on top of the acrylic, it kind of like, it's kind of rough, so it's not very sharp, but I like how it looks with the whole, it's like old vintage artsy image. And this is another experiment. I used distress ink to stamp this image, and it turned out strange. It was like crackly and like not too sharp or not defined. It was like, it looked really strange. It had like little veins in it and everything. So once it was dried, I went into it with the Magicals from Lily Stamp Gang, and just with my aqua brush, I started playing with that, and then I added some of my gel pens on top of that, and just ended up adding all those details to it, and have it emerge back and lose all those cracked lines that it had. So I kind of look at it, it's like ghostly, or I don't know. I like how it looks. It's funky. So then at the top here, I added some flowers that I painted. This one with the Lindy Stamp Gang, and these are just from the roses that I have in my stash. And this is some paper that I had, and I think, let me see, it's the same paper that's on that bird tag that I showed in my other video. It's a little strip of that paper. And then there's just a whole bunch of little things on it. There's lace bunched up behind the flower. There's a tiny pin here with my check glass beads and a little bead cap, and this is a Mayer Road pin. And then this is one of my pins with a glitter on the top, and another check glass bead and 2 pearls, and there's another check little crystal bead here, and that's that. And then here it's a brown trim with gold sequins inside. So there's a whole bunch of little things going on around, and there's also a little bauble here, a little crystal bauble. And then at the top I just added some of the seam binding and some of the pearls, and that's what that looks like. Oh, and then the bottom has one of the lavish laces that I bought. That's what's at the bottom, and then the back looks like this, and it has my little dedication there. Not dedication, but like my signature. So that's the second one. This is the third one, and that one has one of the vintage images that I printed out of the computer. I just added some glossy accents to some of it, like the bird and the surrounding of the teacup, and then there's a little bling in the center, and then there's little blings that I glued down all the way around here. And then down here there's a flower that I painted with the Lindy Stamp Gang. I think it was, yeah, this was with the Magicals. And then a little, a plain, a regular white rose, paper rose. And then a little ticket with a little paper clip. And some Chinese rope, or braid, I'm sorry, tiny trim. And then some flower paper that I have at the bottom and at the top. And the same Chinese braid up here, and then I just added the organza and satin pink ribbon up here, and some lace, which is the same lace that I have down here. So, and some more of my painted flowers, and then another one of the roses, and there's bling going up too. So that's what the front of this looks like, and then the back just has this paper that I think it's a Webster's Pages set of papers, those 6x6 or 6.5x6.5, I can't remember the size of them, but I was amazed that it's the same image. That cup, if you look at it, it's the same image as this. So I just thought it was super cool to have both on the same tag. So I just added my little signature on the back and trimmed this with a trimmer that has a scalloped edge at the bottom and at the top, and that's what this one looks like.